I am Kit Porter Van Meter, here with my fourth narrative about living in the Northern Mariana Islands from September 1978 to February 1979. I hope you have listened to the previous narratives that started in 1975 when I returned to the NMI to work in the Department of Education. The stories are based on surviving audio tapes I sent to my family. However, there are no surviving recordings for November and December 1978 and January and March through August 1979. Much is missing in the content since only 3 months are represented. September 1978 started with a storm warning. Our life continued to be influenced by storms. Most major, Typhoon Carmen in August 1978, Tropical Storm Kit in September, and Typhoon Condition 3 for Rita, October 23rd. Lisa was finding the work in 4th grade more difficult than 3rd grade. Mrs. Aldan was her teacher. I continued my job as the coordinator and state director of bilingual education, and I had additional responsibility as the associate director of a degree program held within the Commonwealth of the Northern Marianas with San Jose State University. The first 6 weeks course was in science, and Lisa and I joined a field trip to different locations on the island of Saipan in October 1978. In February, I was appointed acting director of higher education with a staff of 1, leaving my position with bilingual education, which had a staff of 43. Later, I would be named director and state director of higher education, and would, in 1983, be named the president of Northern Marianas Community College. Currently, I'm arranging journals, reports, letters, photos, other audio tapes, and the like to expand the story started with the 4 narratives from September 1975 to August 1979.
Okay, well, today is September 10th. I sent you a letter when we were just going into a storm warning and having all sorts of power problems and all sorts of stuff. And then had a friend, Rita October from Rota, arrive, and she spent the week here. And then she left Saturday morning. And then Saturday afternoon, my friend Patsy Lane from Hawaii, she'd been hired to work a week in Guam, flew over to spend a couple days with us. So we've pretty much had quite a bit of company. And Lisa's friend Alexandria came to play. Lisa hadn't seen Alexandria for a year. Alexandria's father has a band. They're from Italy. And they spend 6 months in Japan, and then 6 months, they just spent 6 months in Korea, and now they're here. And they've been doing quite a bit of modeling. Also, they have big, dress modeling and stuff, and TV commercials. So anyway, interesting family. I was happy that Alexandria had grown up quite a bit since Lisa had seen her, but they seem to have a really nice, they seem to have a really nice time. We have what's called here planned outages, which I think is an interesting way of putting it. But anyway, I guess we're switching over to another system of power, from the power barge to another system. I'm not too clear on it. It was interesting, after we had the flooding, a team was sent in to do some kind of survey of the rivers and how high the... Yeah. And one of them's the husband of, one of the fellows is the husband of one of my friends, and they got here, and people aren't used to the Saipan hotels being full. So all the hotels were full. So they stayed with us, the 2 fellows and the wife, for about 3 days. And I learned a lot about, measuring rivers and rainfall and all that kind of stuff. And there were gorges cut that were 10 feet deep by the rains. A lot of live munition that washed down. We still have more water than we should. I've never actually checked into it, but it's relatively easy here to adopt a baby. I know a couple that people usually just go up to the hospital and check if there are any babies. And I know one couple that adopted a baby within 3 days, and another, I think, within a couple weeks. I don't know how, if you're not from here, how that is. And a lot of people just take their sister's baby or something like that. But I do know an American couple that came in and they adopted a baby, I think within about 3 days. Of course, not your blonde, blue-eyed babies out here, but it would be something that we could check on when you were here if you had any interest in that at all.
Yeah, I've been doing good. I got 100 on my science test, and last year I wasn't too good at science, and I was better at science this year than I was at math. Well, today we had an English test that was time tables on. It was real long, and it took almost about an hour to finish it. I couldn't believe how long it was because we started school about 2.5 weeks ago, and getting into so much hard work to do. Just can't believe it. And now I'm doing my homework. I like them a lot, and so I'm in school most of the time.
What did you just name?
My teacher's name is Aldan.
I didn't know her name was Mrs. Aldan. I thought it was De La Cruz. Mrs. Aldan? Oh, okay. That noise of the is our neighbor's motorcycle, which I could live without very well. Yeah, so I do the same. It's the way it is. You cut it if you want. That's a new thing. He wasn't riding it for a couple of weeks because he fell and hurt his leg, and then he wasn't riding it again because it was broken. So I kind of just am hoping that it will get broken again. He helped me put up my storm boards for the storm. This is the attaboy.
Oh. Did it ever get broken again?
Yeah.
Huh? You don't really mean that.
Then I wouldn't hear it.
Oh, Mom. Only for that reason, though, right?
Yeah, only for that reason. You don't think I should hope it would be broken?
Well, don't tell him that.
I sent out some of my old records. I've been playing those.
About, like, the King and I?
Yeah, The King and I, and My Fair Lady, and
Your turn. I haven't heard that.
well, that's we've been really enjoying that. I needed. Oh, you asked about Lisa's piano lessons. Lisa's piano teacher got married, so she hasn't been giving lessons.
And I was a flower girl?
Yeah,
You
Lisa
already
was
know
a
that.
flower girl. They already know that. So we hope that the piano lessons will pick up again soon. Lisa practiced while Patsy was here, and she'll be practicing some more, I think. But she hasn't learned anything new because she hasn't had any lessons. So that's where she's been practicing on a little flute I bought. But it's not I should get something more. It's a ceramic flute. It's not really easy for a child. Yeah. We got a little ukulele here. We've had some nice evenings with people playing.
It's a Sunday. It must be the 14th, 15th. It must be the 15th today. And Lisa and I have just listened to your tape, and we thought we'd record now a tape to answer and make sure that we're communicating here. Lisa's got her dolls out and is fixing them up. We've had, as usual, a busy time. Yesterday we went on a field trip. I think I've mentioned the project that I have with San Jose State University. Fellow Don Smith and I are associate directors of it here on Saipan. And the first course has started. It's a science course, and the professor is here for 6 weeks, and I'm supposed to observe 2 or 3 classes and write evaluations on them. So yesterday, Lisa and I went on a field trip to observe it, and it was quite interesting. We went up to over to Bonsai Cliff, and then up to Suicide Cliff, and then down to Bird Island, and he explained the different types of rock formations. And we looked at a map of the world, and he explained how the continents had divided in the Marianas Trench and what it was and what caused volcanoes. And we looked at different types of rocks and did some experiments. And now Lisa's interested in going to the class some, which I think we'll do. I think she had a good time on the field trip. And then we went shopping in the afternoon. We getting apples in the stores, and one of the stores is carrying things like peaches and plums and cauliflower and broccoli and those sorts of things. Artichokes, I don't know, you pay for them, but you can get them. I think our tomatoes are $1.09 a pound. Most everything's over $1 a pound that's flown in, but it is available. Go ahead.
Final exams are coming up.
Oh, Lisa has final exams coming up. You want to tell them what you got on that paper you brought home?
105.
105. I had a conference with Lisa's teacher, 2 weeks ago? Mm-hmm. And Lisa's teacher said that Lisa was doing very, very well. I saw samples of Lisa's work,
and final exams are Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Yeah. So then we'll have report card day the following week, Sunday. Okay. So I'll make a Xerox of Lisa's report card
Maybe it's the 29th.
to send you. But Lisa's a leader in her class, and she's in charge of a committee on states right now, and she's got to make a report on North Carolina or South Carolina. You have to report on.
We have to report on Mississippi, Wisconsin, Nebraska, and South Carolina.
Okay.
Let me see. Teachers' report card is the 29th.
29th, okay. So.
And we got a 4-day weekend, the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th.
Yeah, I've got the 24th off, so I think I'll just take the 23rd off, and then that's the weekend I'm going to finish the report that I haven't finished for the University of San Francisco yet. I'm just a little bit behind here, but that's okay.
I'm going to bring that $2 bill to show and tell next Friday. There's not too many $2 bills on Saipan.
Yeah. We cut out.
Oh yeah, my costume for Halloween, which is dress. We're gonna make it.
Yeah, we went and bought a pattern and some black material, and I've written my friend Rosa on Guam, who's coming, and asked her. We couldn't find any fringe on Saipan, so we're seeing if she can find any fringe on Guam.
Did you cut out some fringe to show her?
Yeah. I'm going to send her the picture from the pattern
Oh.
to see if she can send us some black fringe to go on the
And circle the
costume.
fringe?
Yeah. And Rosa's going to bring some candy for us to give away on Halloween.
Does it cost less there?
Well, it costs less, and the stores don't have any here. Yeah. Or whatever.
All they have is those regular candy.
Lisa has something to tell you. She's got something right in her arms here. A little white puppy. Because our dog Sweets had 5 new little puppies. You want to tell her about the puppies? How you found them when you came home?
Yeah, Sweets had her babies on my mom's rug.
Yeah, somehow we've been letting Sweets in the house because it rained so much, and somehow Sweets got left in, and Lisa came home from school And she was looking for sweets, right?
Outside, and we came in. She was just inside. We didn't even see her.
Yeah, and she's been a lot more relaxed with these puppies. She's letting us hold them, and they haven't opened their eyes yet. But they're really cute. We've already had more people ask for puppies than we have puppies. And it's nice having them.
Yeah, but are we going to keep...
Well, we'll see. We might. And so that's a problem to keep them so nobody takes them. But Lisa's been very good with the puppies. Yeah, can I hold a puppy? You want to talk on the tape? Hmm? Yeah.
Say something.
I don't know if you can hear the puppy. This one's all white. There you go. Starting to get a little more brown. And, real cute. My artist wife is going to give me a whole bunch of plants. I was up to their house the other day, and she just has beautiful, beautiful plants. All sorts of hanging plants with different kinds of flowers and all sorts of things. So she's going to plant a whole bunch of plants for me, which will really be nice. My plants aren't in such good shape. And we...
why do you have them on the box?
Because I'm going to take my old plant containers and she's going to replant them for me. Put in new plants. And then I'll give you the job of watering them every day. In the past, the government here, I've had money taken out of my check every pay period for the mowing of the lawn and the garbage removal. But they just increased the rate. It used to be $2, well, I guess it ended up to be $4 roughly a month for the mowing of the lawn, which isn't bad. I've got a great big lawn. But they raised it, and now it's like $14 a month. So I've hired Isaac Calvo as one of his boys. Isaac's, the acting director of education, and he's got, 12 children? 13 children, they said?
Mm-hmm.
12, I think. Anyway.
Wait, let me count. Marion, Lucy, Clara, Felix, Tom, Eddie, Joseph, Joe, Felix.
He's got 4 at school in the States. 1 at school in Guam. Well, anyway, so one of the
15.
boys... 15, huh? I think. Okay, well, I'm not sure. Anyway, one of the boys came up and mowed the lawn yesterday and did a real nice job getting all around in the house and stuff. So that's going to work out pretty well. Better than having the government do it. You mentioned being worried about us because of the weather. I don't think you have to worry. This is the time of year when we have storms, but we're always safe. We get plenty of warning for any type of storm, and I'm very careful and cautious. If it seems like a storm might be serious, we board up the house and move into a solid cement structure. Our house has cement walls but has a tin roof. And I never know whether you do know what's happening, so I don't like to not mention. For example, when we were declared a disaster area after the flood, that's the type of thing you might hear. So I do like to mention it, that everything's okay. There's no reason to worry, and we have lots of help, if there's any kind of problems. I guess before we didn't always get such good warning, but now we do. Jesus Alamato, my Carolinian director, is getting married next Saturday. Last night went to a shower for him and his new bride Vicky, or his new fiance or whatever, and that should be a lot of fun. Jesus is pretty old for not being married. He's in his 30s. Vicky's 20-something, and we've had long discussions with Jesus and with Vicky and everything, so it's kind of fun. The shower was very nice. Showers are a new thing here. They just started about 2 years ago, and I was a sponsor. I'm become more and more of a sponsor of some of these things, and your name's printed on this long list, and then you invite people. So I invited some people to come and The sponsors gave them a bed and a dresser and a lamp and a fan. And then the other guests bring different types of gifts, and of course we had meal, and I brought drinks. We'll have quite a time. We'll have the Guam people here. We're going to go out dancing on my birthday, and we'll have all sorts of parties, so it should be quite an interesting time. Hi. Thank you. Our newspaper just arrived. Sunday Daily News from Guam. I actually read the paper now very carefully. I've been, quoted by someone who's listened to what I've said and letters to the editor and stuff, so I don't always even like getting the paper, but we'll see. I'm writing an article to be printed in Islander, I hope, if I ever get it done. But I may never get it done, so it may not make any difference. This fellow on Guam and I are co-writing it, but I don't seem to get the time to finish it. Anyway, the paper is delivered every day about 11 or so. I bought Lisa Nancy Drew books when I was in Guam, so she's pretty well set with her Nancy Drew reading. I bought her 10 books. And she's been reading quite a bit, and I've been reading The Children of Green Know to her. The hotels are full now. I was making reservations. We have a music professor coming in January, and the Continental's full. No room for him now in January. So I'm having to work other things out about that. And car rentals are getting more difficult as this becomes more of a luxury, I don't know, whatever type of place to get away, whatever. And we're sort of moving into we're not getting so much rain now, we're moving into the drier part of things, and things are starting to dry up more.
Stopped. Okay, it's October 23rd right now. We're in Typhoon Condition 3, and somehow that always spurs me on to make tapes because I never know what's going to happen. I guess there's a really big typhoon heading this way. I don't think it's heading right to us right now. Rhoda and Guam are in Condition 2. And today was supposed to be a holiday on our original calendar, as was tomorrow. Today was scheduled as Veterans Day, but the fellow that makes up our calendar didn't know that it had been changed. And then up until Friday, we thought we were celebrating UN Day today, but the governor came out with a thing and said we wouldn't. Meanwhile, all the kids had been sent home and told there was no school until Wednesday. And anyway, I decided just to take leave for these 2 days since Lisa's not in school and catch up on things. I still have a paper I haven't written, and I've been pretty busy. I had quite a time last week. Let's see, I had to go down to the Senate and give testimony on a bill for signs to be in Chamorro in the Northern Marianas, and then I had to go down and testify on funding for the Carolinian Dictionary in the House, and that was a really heavy session. There was a number of problems, and it was all morning. And then I hosted a meeting with the Guam directors, and that went quite nicely. But it was, again, very busy. But we had a nice time on Friday, which was my birthday. Lisa gave me a present. Rose had taken her shopping, and she gave me a really pretty vase with flowers. And I had a marmar, that's the circle of flower things to wear at work. And it has, yeah, they put in special things that smell pretty good. Yeah. Then we had a party that night, and we went out dancing.
You did.
Yeah, Lisa didn't go out dancing that night, but was given a shark. One of my staff that had just come back from the Gilberts gave me a fighting weapon with shark's teeth on it that's really interesting, and a fan, and I had some perfume. We had a big table where we went dancing with one of the hotels. It's a Chamorro band, and we had champagne to drink to toast my birthday, and a lot of dancing. We went to the Grand Hotel. And then the next day, Jesus got married. We had meetings in the morning, which we did planning with the Guam and Trust Territory people, and then we went to eat at Jesus' house. Lisa came. Then we went shopping. We bought a new dress. Lisa got a new dress.
My Grenadian stuff.
Yeah, and then we went to Jesus' wedding.
Yeah, that's a church.
Yeah, and then we got set, and then we went to the wedding at the bride's family gave. And
Yeah,
that
but
was,
I didn't go to that.
yeah, Lisa had a babysitter. She could have gone. She was welcome to go, but she didn't want to.
But you said it was okay that I went to one party.
Yeah, Jesus would have been upset if she hadn't gone to one. So then Jesus is my Carolinian director, and we had a really good time. Then yesterday, we went to Forbidden Island. The science professor leaves Saturday, and then a new one comes in the Friday before he leaves. And I had promised to take him to Forbidden Island, and wow, what a time we had. We all met up here at the house at 9 o'clock.
There's this cold water pool. Boy, it's like cold water from the shower. It's so clear. All it has is rocks at the bottom, it seems like. It's so clear that you don't even... It's hard to think that it's salt water.
Yeah.
Here.
The road, nobody had been down there since the flood.
It was like someone dug it up.
Yeah, and the road was impassable. And we had to haul in logs. And in the gully was up to my shoulders at one place. And it's only a single, in the middle of the road, that ditch in the middle of the road. And we had to fill it full of rocks, and my artist, Katu, was driving. He had his son along with him,
He's
and
a very good driver.
yeah, he's an excellent driver. And somehow we made it up. They had to take a machete and cut down trees across the road. It was incredible.
It's about an hour.
Yeah, so we finally made it to the place where you go to walk down. And it's quite a long walk down. It's a longer walk up. And we rested, and we cooked hot dogs, and
It seems like
we snorkeled. Lisa saw fish. We basked and found... She caught crabs, and we found...
Johnny and Fred. I didn't catch him. Both of us did.
And then we climbed where Lisa's saying we had to go through the rocks into this pool that's inside, and it's really cold water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, it's not cold by your standards, but it's cold by ours. We made a good time swimming in there. And then about 3 o'clock we climbed out, and we made it down without any mishap. And then Dr. Sprain took us out for dinner. And we went,
Only
yeah, just Lisa and me.
he didn't
Birch and Ruth were having dinner with the SRA man, and they invited me, but I thought I could do without having dinner with the SRA man.
I thought you were asking for an invitation, but you
I was just teasing them.
didn't.
Anyway, then,
Is SRA that kind of material things?
no, it's books. It's a kind of individualized learning.
Oh, that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's because they're the like books you make for school.
yeah, right.
Because our class has some books kind.
Yeah, your class probably uses SRA.
Carrot.
I had clams and coconut milk for
At the
dinner
restaurant.
at the restaurant.
They
Yeah,
called it the Cheerio House or something. And I had fried fish.
yeah, Lisa had fried fish. And then today I went down into the office and did a couple things, just worked from about 7 to 8, and then came home, and we've been cleaning up. I like to, particularly if we have a, yeah, Lisa's finished her room. She just went through all her drawers, and I'm doing laundry, trying to get everything. We do have a storm. It's always nice to have everything clean.
And you filled the gas.
Yeah, I filled the car with gas
And we
and,
have water.
yeah, kerosene, and
Gas.
our newspaper just arrived.
Want me to go get it?
Okay. Lisa's going to get the newspaper. I almost hate to read the newspaper these days. I was quoted in a front page article, all these things about more orthography and stuff. It was a little bit embarrassing. I've tried pretty hard to keep out of the newspaper, and a reporter came in to sit in on our meetings, and it looks like there's not much way to keep out of it at this point. I have to go down and give this testimony and stuff because I'm asked to, and so anyway, there's been a lot of stuff in the paper. The front story is Typhoon Rita races towards Guam. Under darkening storm clouds, Guam civilian and military yesterday began tucking away valuables, anticipating the arrival of Typhoon Rita, expected to pass south of the island tomorrow morning. All right. That's tomorrow morning. Okay. Well, we're north of the island, so if it passes south of Guam, we're not going to get much.
Good.
All public and private schools will be closed today to allow Gov Guam workers to prepare typhoon relief shelters there.
Yeah, but Mom,
Uh-huh.
the schools are, it's a day out.
Well, no, not really, not every place. Weather reports 11 p.m. last night predicted Typhoon Rita would pass 46 to 52 miles south of Naval Air Station around 4 a.m. Tuesday, dumping heavy rains and high winds on Guam and the Northern Marianas. If following its predicted track and intensification, Rita will be a super typhoon when it passes south of Guam with winds at or exceeding 150 miles near the center. Oh, gusting to 170. Winds near the center of the typhoon were reported at 145, gusting to 175. Okay. Well, it looks like we probably won't. They may even let us off at work today. I may have picked a good day to just miss work. I brought stuff home. Oh, and here they have it, little map pointing the way.
Typhoon flooding.
Yeah, I'm glad the Guam people made it home. They,
Yeah, if they were here, they'd be in better hands.
well, they'd be worried about their families. That time I was on Rhoda and there was a typhoon here. Anyway, that probably won't hit. We'll probably, be okay. Let's see. With the Guam people, we scheduled all sorts of meetings. We're going to have a Pacific meeting in Hawaii in February, and then the bilingual conference. And we get Lisa's report card Sunday.
For me.
And find out how she did this first marking. She's been finding some of the work a little bit easy for her. And I've talked to her teacher, and the teacher's going to do some grouping and stuff, I think.
And in all the groups, I'm almost the highest.
And she did quite a job hiking yesterday. She had a backpack, and she hiked all the way down. James helped you down, right?
Yeah, because I could have slipped.
Yeah, James is from Truck. Is James Truckies? Or Yappies? He's from Yap, I think. Yappies.
Yeah, because he kept talking about it. I think I could have done it myself, but extra precaution. I did it by myself when I switched the way up.
Yeah. Let's see, we've been so busy, it's hard even to think what's new. We're making Lisa witch's costume for Halloween, and Rose brought over some Halloween candy for us to give out. You never know how many people we're going to get here. My Pacific collection of books is coming along pretty well. I'm getting things filed. The articles like that you send me and stuff, all those things are getting into filed places so that I can use them. I'm thinking about hiring someone to work for me part-time on getting some of that stuff in order for doing research. But I've got to find the right person. That's the main problem.
What do you mean?
Well, finding somebody that I want to do that. Mariana's is voting now on whether to allow gambling, which is a big issue.
Yes, no. For gambling, right?
What?
No for gambling.
Yeah, I'd vote no for gambling. I think it would be bad for a place this size. The typhoon has gone by. Just had heavy winds and rain last night. And I don't think too much damage was done to Guam. It passed south. I guess it's gotten quite a bit larger, but it's no longer a danger to here. I've been able to unboard the house and get things back to normal. The dog's right here. She wants to go out. I pulled in the puppies, so now we're going to have to put them back outside. I didn't go to work today. I stayed home with Lisa because the schools were closed, and it's UN Day, which was supposed to be a holiday. I may have mentioned this earlier, but there was a mix-up on And the governor declared that it wouldn't be a holiday for Northern Marianas. So, meanwhile, they had already let the kids out of school, and would have for the storm anyway. It was too rainy to have school in the louvered classrooms. Anyway, so she'll be going to school tomorrow. Sound asleep right now. And I'm just catching up with some correspondence and getting some things set to go out in the mail tomorrow. I'm pretty sure they'll be mailed tomorrow. The planes will be flying okay. Jesus' wedding, the party at his house was mostly just all Carolinians, very much of a family party. That is custom here, traditional custom, for there to be a party at the groom's house and at the bride's, where the bride's family gives a party. And that can be quite interesting and quite heavy. So I apologize for not writing, and I really just didn't have much choice. Lisa went to Guam one of the weekends, flew to Guam and visited our friend Rosa Palomo and stayed with her family, which was really nice. I was glad that she went. And that was good.
I went to Guam to visit my friend Rosa, and they had a wedding shower for Rosa had a wedding shower for her sister. We were gonna go sightseeing and go to the beach, but we didn't have very much time. So we only did a little shopping, and I helped Rosa cook for the party. And I bought a new skirt and blouse and some new shoes in Guam.
She made her reservations herself and bought her ticket herself. And
came back by myself.
Went through customs and immigration and did all those things. So she's a pretty good traveler now.
Yeah, and then go to my piano lessons and teaching Mom. Because my friend and I walk with her to her house sometimes after school. And we like to play with each other.
I got your report card. I don't even think I've been so busy. I don't think I've even had time to Xerox and send that. I think that's in the pile on my desk.
Yeah, you'll get it pretty soon.
Lisa got, 8 A's or something?
I guess. I only got, I think, about 2 B's. 1 in math and 1 in English. So that otherwise I did pretty good. And I got an A on my handwriting.
We've been building a playhouse, and we've got to get that done.
We ordered a whole bunch of things about the world. We got a 50-state book and maps of all the states. My mother ordered some science kits, and I was thinking that I could do those science kits up in the little house that's being built and stuff.
Right, so we'll have a little
Place for experiments, right?
Right, yeah. And then we can put the telescope up there even.
Yeah. When can we pick it up?
Or if we go down there, we can do that. I bought a telescope from a friend who's leaving the island.
Yeah, we can look at the stars tonight. No, not tonight. We get it.
The car passed inspection. Every year we have to get the car inspected. Last week went and did that. And it passed.
We got a new license.
Yeah, we got a new license plate for the Commonwealth of Northern Mariana. February 11th, according to Lisa here. Lisa, do you want to tell her what you're going to be doing while I'm in Hawaii?
I'm going to stay with a friend that has a little baby. His name's Donna and the baby's name is Angelo. And my mother's going to go to Hawaii for meetings, and then that's where we're going to, Uncle David and Aunt Karen, going to come back with them.
Yeah. Lisa's going to take her bicycle down to Donna's
soon as we get it fixed.
Yeah, I've got to have another flat tire. So we've been packing Lisa's stuff to go to Donna's and my stuff to go to Hawaii, and we have friends staying here while we're gone, and she's moved in. So for the next 3 days we'll have some extra people here, which is just fine. Tell me about your piano lessons. Or?
Yeah, my piano lessons are going pretty well, and I'm teaching my mother piano lessons, and she's doing very good, better than I did when I started. And as my mother said, we're having some people stay with us, and with a little boy, he's about 3, and he's pretty big. I like watching babies now.
And we've had some changes in the office. The man who's been in charge of higher education for the teachers and Marianas has resigned. He's going to be moving to California. I'm really, really sad about that. His name is Don Smith, and his wife's quite unhappy out here. They've been here for 4 years, and they were in truck 2 years. And we work very, very well together. We're associate directors of the San Jose project, and I'm really going to be very, very sorry to see him leave. He's an excellent worker and very, very nice person. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to be made acting in his position. I'll be going to Guam Thursday with the superintendent and Don and be formally introduced to the people there as taking that job probably. And on my way to Hawaii, and this will also involve being in charge of teacher corps. I'll move my administrative assistant under the San Jose project with me, and while I'm gone she'll be learning all the technical parts of it. It means I'll have a smaller staff, which I think I'll probably enjoy. My total payroll on my staff right now it's gone down some. I think it's in the 40s, 43 people or something. And that's, well, it's a lot of work. I work pretty hard. And the higher education will be working a lot with contracting out professors and that sort of thing. Let's see. I decided not to go back to the University of San Francisco this summer. Have decided that if, one, with Don leaving, makes it someone's got to be here. Don and I had worked out a schedule where he would be gone the beginning of the summer and I'd be gone towards the end, or vice versa. I guess I was going to be gone the beginning. Anyway, I've decided that if I feel I want my doctorate, that I should get it. I should go to school and really have the time to research and study that I really can't do here. Or if I want to just research, I should get a research grant and just research. So I'm going to possibly apply for school's year after next. We have a lot of good bands on the island right now. The Continental Hotel has 2 bands that kind of alternate, Filipino bands. Each band one band has about 6-7 people in it, the other has about 10 or 11. And then the Intercontinental has a kind of a singing quartet kind of group. And then Half a Day has a guitar singer. And the Grand Hotel has the Italian band. And the Oleai Room has a Chamorro band. And Poppy's has a Korean band. Anyway, so with all our guests and such, I had 3 nights in a row out till 2 a.m. dancing. I'm starting to get set to do the taxes. I'll pick up the forms when I'm in Hawaii. They haven't sent me anything. It looks like I may not have to pay any taxes at all.
Why not?
Well, because somebody challenged, I think you're aware that, the trust territory there was some question as to whether it was a foreign country or not. Anyway,
it was challenged, and the ruling, which was upheld, was that people in the trust territory did not have to pay taxes. You have to have been living in a foreign country a certain amount of time in order to be eligible. So what I guess I have to do is, one, figure out my taxes, just in case I do have to pay them, so that I would have that all figured out while it was fresh in my mind. And then two, file to get my back taxes back for the time. Except that if they withhold it and then people don't know how to file to get it back, I don't know. It's just, the family structure is so much different than stateside family structure. And incomes, it's really complicated. The job I absolutely would not want to have out here is being an auditor. And the next job I absolutely would not want out here would be implementing the U.S. tax system. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm kind of concerned because a lot of my friends want me to help them, and I could be a full-time tax consultant, and I just can't handle it. It's also, I really wouldn't want to give advice that might be followed that might not be correct, so there's kind of a legal question there. But hopefully the tax department will send out enough people to advise people on how to do it, but it doesn't seem like they've advised them well on record keeping to date, so we'll see on that one. Interesting to follow this at this time.